Broadcasting from Namibia's capital, Windhoek, this is the Monday edition of Primetime News. It's always a pleasure being in your company. Good evening, I'm Salima Shimwe-Feleni Masipa. We begin tonight's bulletin with a tale of resilience and hope. While her friends are playing in the dusty streets of Kalkrand, 12-year-old Benoni Ogoros is confined to the boundaries of her house and left to play with her minor siblings only because her lipless face is deemed unsightly. Let's get more from this community story compiled by Linnea Dishena.
Ogoros was 9 years old when she woke up with a rash on her upper lip, a rash that would turn into a permanent scar 3 years later, needing her to undergo face reconstructive surgery in Cape Town, South Africa. Narrating her daughter's fate to Primetime News recently, 35-year-old Darlene Ogoros said on 17 December 2019 she took a child to the local clinic where she received medication. However, after the continuously itchy rashes failed to get better, the local clinic referred her to the Mariental District Hospital 2 weeks later. Darlene recounts that after 5 months of visiting the district hospital, Benoni's rashes worsened, spreading all over her mouth and nose area, which prompted a referral to the Katutura Intermediate Hospital in Windhoek on 20 June 2020, where she received her first operation.
They removed the flesh from the nose area, which they used to cover the wound on her mouth. They told us that it was not a rash, but that a spider had bit her.
The devastated mother explained that since receiving the first surgery, her daughter has been going between the hospital and home, resulting in 5 operations done on her mouth area since June 2020, with the latest surgery done on 6 April 2023, which left her with a disfigured, isolating look.
The problem is that the child has been unable to attend school for the past 2 years, and it is going to be 3 years now. She was 9 and she is 12 years old now. She is afraid to attend classes, insisting her face to be repaired first. And she cannot go to school yet because the kids tease her.
The unemployed mother of 6 says she is currently in limbo when it comes to her daughter's health, which has left her feeding on soft foods through straws since the 4th surgery in November 2022. Ogoros explained that she is frustrated at how the hospital is not treating her daughter's treatment as a matter of urgency, stressing that the doctor is here to call the family about the trip to South Africa.
She eats with difficulty, even if I force her to eat. And the doctors always tell us to do this and to do that, but it does not help. And they do not contact me unless I contact them looking for an update.
Mucormycosis is considered the most aggressive and potentially fatal invasive fungal wound infection to occur in the trauma setting. Despite aggressive therapy, these infections are challenging to control, with a fatality rate approaching 96% in immunocompromised patients. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
On to municipal administration. Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Rehoboth Town Council, Ronald Winsvaai, recently revealed that the council has reached the end of term for its strategic plan for 2019 to 2024. More context from this report.
Winsvaai succeeded Simeon Kanime, who resigned from office in February 2023. In an interview with Primetime News, Winsvaai stated that the majority of the issues the council faced over the long term of the strategic plan were related to basic service delivery under Section 31 of the Local Authorities Act. He stated that those services are constantly in demand due to the town's expansion. Winsvaai noted that the previous census in 2011 showed that the population of Rehoboth was more than 40,000, adding that he believes the town has surpassed that amount. He stated that when the new council took office in 2020, the existing strategic plan was in place with the aim of achieving some of the objectives. However, as with any new council, there were challenges. Vince Vai said the council was able to tackle the majority of its development projects with enthusiasm and determination to meet the town's development goals by 2023. Vince Vai also stated that the council was able to enlarge the town's current cemeteries because they had reached capacity, as well as upgrade and create a new cemetery site, which will be supplied as soon as the contractors are nearly finished. He went on to say that the council's most notable success, among others, was the construction of the first fire station, which cost 4.1 million Namibian dollars and was inaugurated in November 2023. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
Now, the 38-year-old state patient who was allegedly found in possession of skunk cannabis while being transported in an ambulance from Windhoek to Ocho last week secured bail at Otjiwarongo earlier today. Our correspondent in Otjiwarongo, Mulisa Simiasa, brings us this report.
Richard Gareb appeared before Otjiwarongo magistrate Emmanuel Ujombala, who explained to him the legal right to engage a private lawyer of his choice, apply for a state-funded lawyer through the Ministry of Justice Legal Aid Directorate, or defend himself in court. Gareb informed the court that he was comfortable to defend himself throughout the sessions. Ujombala, however, in his ruling, informed Gareb that 15,000 Namibian dollars was the appropriate bail amount for his case, since the 505 grams of cannabis allegedly found in his possessions are worth more than 25,000 Namibian dollars. His case was then postponed to 5th March 2024 for further police investigations. Sylvia Shandali reporting for Primetime News.
Now a look at the latest continental happenings. The military regimes in power in Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger have decided to withdraw their countries from the Economic Community of West African States, also known as ECOWAS, with immediate effect. The respective leaders of the three Sahelian states stated in a statement, taking full responsibility before history and responding to the expectations, concerns and aspirations of their populations, have decided in full sovereignty to withdraw Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger from the ECOWAS without delay. More on the gist from this report.
Struggling with jihadist violence and poverty, the regimes have had tense ties with ECOWAS since coups took place in Niger last July, Burkina Faso in 2022 and Mali in 2020. All three countries were suspended from ECOWAS, with Niger and Mali facing heavy sanctions. They've hardened their positions in recent months and joined forces in an alliance of Sahel states. A French military withdrawal from the Sahel, the region along the Sahara Desert across Africa, is heightened concerns over the conflict spreading southward to Gulf of Guinea states such as Ghana, Togo, Benin and Ivory Coast. The Prime Minister appointed by Niger's military regime on Thursday blasted ECOWAS for bad faith after the bloc largely shunned a planned meeting in Niamey. Niger had hoped for an opportunity to talk through differences with fellow states of ECOWAS, which has cold-shouldered Niamey, imposing heavy economic and financial sanctions following the military coup that overthrew elected President Mohamed Bazoum. Reporting for Primetime News, I'm Michael Madimba.
Your top roundup is up next with the business segment thereafter. Welcome to Primetime Biz, your premier source for all updates business related. The Rehoboth Town Council has shed some light on the town's financial challenges, particularly the mounting debt owed to NamPower, Namibia's national power utility, amounting to a staggering 190 million Namibian dollars.
The Hardap region town has been grappling with financial constraints, and the council's debt to NamPower has raised concerns among residents and local authorities. The debt has accumulated over the years, leading to increased scrutiny of the town's financial management. In an interview with NAMPA recently, Rehoboth Town Council's acting chief executive officer Ronald Vensvy expressed the council's commitment to addressing the issue head-on. Vensvy noted that they are fully aware of the outstanding debt to NamPower, and it is a matter that they take seriously. Adding, they are actively working on a sustainable solution to settle the debt while ensuring the uninterrupted provision of essential services to residents. He noted that one of the key factors contributing to Rehoboth's financial challenge is the town's heavy reliance on prepaid electricity. According to recent statistics, a staggering 95% of the town's residents utilize prepaid electricity. The CEO mentioned that this reliance has resulted in the town council spending approximately 6.5 million Namibian dollars per month on purchasing prepaid electricity from NamPower. Stressing that the high percentage of residents on prepaid electricity places a significant financial burden on the council. Konjeni Ambinga reporting for Primetime News.
Let's now turn our attention to the global business landscape. African leaders gathered at a Rome summit today, where Italy's Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni will unveil her much-hyped plan for the continent aimed at transforming Italy into an energy hub and stopping migration. AFP brings us more.
Meloni's so-called Mattei plan hopes to posit Italy as a key bridge between Africa and Europe, funneling energy north while exchanging investment in the south for deals aimed at preventing migration. Meloni said in an interview with national broadcaster Rai, the objective is to present to African countries their vision of African development. She noted that this means a new non-predatory, non-paternalistic approach, a peer-to-peer approach to grow together. Representatives of over 25 countries began arriving today at the summit held at the Italian Senate, dubbed A Bridge for Common Growth, along with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and representatives of United Nations agencies and the World Bank.
The new Mattei plan comes as an important contribution to this new phase of our collaboration, and it comes complementary to our European Global Gateway. Global Gateway, as you know, is the 150 billion euro investment plan for Africa. And this is plain and simply Team Europe at work.
This is where the top segment concludes for tonight. Up next is tomorrow's countrywide weather forecast, followed by a roundup of the latest economic news. Welcome to Sport Planet, your destination for all things sporting action. We commence the sports segment with the AFCON tournament. Deputy Minister of Sports, Youth and National Service, Emma Kantema Galmas, has commended the senior national men's football team, the Brave Warriors, for their heroic achievements at the Africa Cup of Nations, stating that the players should be proud of themselves. Speaking to the players in Boake on Sunday after their elimination from the 2023 Total Energies AFCON finals in Ivory Coast, Kantema Galmas emphasized that football is a priority sport for the government. Well done to the Brave Warriors for representing the nation well and punching above their weight. The nation certainly looks forward to seeing you again in action soon. Switching attention to the Bundesliga. Bundesliga champions captain Manuel Neuer says Jurgen Klopp is definitely a potential candidate for the Bayern Munich coaching job. The Bild paper late Sunday quoted Neuer as saying at a fan club meeting that Klopp was a renowned, very good, experienced, tactically skillful coach who commands great respect from all footballers and athletes. Neuer said he believes that he is definitely a potential candidate who could also work for Bayern Munich at a later stage. The 56-year-old Klopp announced on Friday that he will end his term as Liverpool manager after almost 9 years at the end of the season. The former Borussia Dortmund and Mainz coach also said he planned to take a break from football. Stay tuned for your sports roundup. This is where we conclude the Monday broadcast. Do make a date with us again tomorrow. And a parting reminder that to stay abreast with the developments within and beyond our borders, do follow the on-screen prompts to be subscribed to our channel. Otherwise, from myself, Salima Shimwefeleni Masipa, and my creative team behind the scenes, it's good night.